First of all, just wanted to thank you for doing this interview with us today. First off, how have you been holding up and keeping busy during the quarantine the last 2 months?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. Unhappy about what's going on right now in the world, especially these last couple days. So that's kind of where my head's at. But as far as my well-being, I'm fine. My family's good.
So, just wanted to congratulate you on the success of What's Poppin'. How does it feel to see the song blowing up the way it has?
I mean, it's a dream come true. I think a year ago I would have killed to be in this position. So it's thrilling for sure.
Nice. And what was it like collaborating with Cole Bennett on the video?
Another dream come true. But luckily, we had become friends by then. So it was just a lot of fun. You know, he took a while to choose a song on my. He didn't like none of my music, but he took a while to choose a song he wanted to shoot a video for. And then we finally got to What's Poppin'. He was like, "This is it." So we'd already partied, spent time, laughed together. So by the time we were on set, we were like brothers.
Yeah. Any of your favorite scenes from the video to shoot? Because the video is great, extremely funny. So, like, anything that stands out looking back at the video shoot?
Hmm. I always like performance scenes, like with my homeboys. Like there's the shot outside of the diner where we're standing on the pavement
Yeah.
and we're kind of modeling. I like shots like that. It's just a lot of testosterone driven energy. It's fun. And then I like the shot where he simulated me being in the section with the Cardinals. He put he put a few dudes in like those tracksuits and like had sparklers and bottles and everything. I thought it was genius.
And what do you think about the song like blowing up on TikTok? I know I first noticed the song seeing it over and over again on TikTok.
I mean, it seemed like it's a big way things take off. So I guess I'm really just grateful because I didn't really do nothing to make it blow up on TikTok. So I'm happy it is. It seems to be reaching a whole nother demographic there. It seems to be where the youngins are.
Yeah. And talk to me about your EP, Sweet Action.
It's just 7 songs. I really was putting them out so I could have some new music to perform on tour, but we didn't go on tour, so now the university has new music for me. And I called it Sweet Action because the music's like really candy coated and addictive. The beats they're active, hence action. So I just wanted something that felt sweet. I like easy listening. I like stuff that's soothing on the ears. So the stuff I was doing with my voice and the beats that were playing, that's kind of what it was.
What were some of your favorite tracks to work on the EP?
Once May Comes is the last song on the EP, and I remember I made that shroomed out. It took like 15 minutes, and I was just so joyful while I made it. It came from the soul. You can hear it in my voice. So I like that song a lot.
Nice. And you conducted a poll on Twitter asking fans which video they like to see next. So, is there a video for Out Front on the way, or are you choosing one of the other songs?
Um, yeah, I haven't shot nothing for Out Front because Out Front was losing in the poll, and then
Hmm.
I complained that it was losing, and everyone started voting for Out Front. I guess to make me feel better.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the comment saying that, or you were saying that nobody likes it as much as you do, but I noticed that it won, so I'm guessing, I assume
Yeah,
that's what
everybody
happened.
was like, "Well, I like it," but it was definitely losing at first, so it didn't feel like a genuine win. So I really just shot myself in the foot.
And you also dropped a single recently, Moana. How did you and G-Eazy come together for that one?
I remember I was in Miami for the Super Bowl, and he was DMing me while I was down there, like, "Yo, I'm feeling your speed." Like he'd been listening to a lot of my deeper cuts, like my vulnerable stuff. It was clear he went back on my discography. I was like, "Man." So I immediately liked him for doing that, and then 20 minutes after we were DMing, he showed up at the same party I was at. So we started talking, and just that night, like we started to like each other. Like I was like, I like this dude. So a couple weeks go by, and he hits me. He says, I'm in Atlanta, which is where I live. He said, I'm finishing my album. Come to the studio. And so I slid through and played him a few songs, and I played him Moana. He was like, yeah, this is it. And he went in the booth and did his verse. So, and then he wanted to drop it. So I I knew I wasn't gonna drop that song on Sweet Action, so to me that was a perfect way for it to come out.
Nice. And it was like perfect timing. How'd you guys come up with the concept for the video with all the video chats and FaceTimes and Zooms and all that stuff?
Yeah, I gotta give credit to his team for coming up with that stuff. Honestly, they thought of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So salute to them.
And what were some of your favorite cameos in the video?
I like talking to Diddy. Diddy was kept reminding me the whole time. He's like, I don't do this for people. And so I was like, thank you. I was real appreciative of him. He's just it's just legendary.
Definitely. What's it been like just having like just that endorsement from such a legend like him?
It's so validating because like it's something I can hang my hat on forever.
Yeah.
I can tell my grandkids about like it's Diddy. So it's a huge deal to me. I don't take it lightly.
Has there been a discussion of working together in the future, or is just that respect and endorsement for you?
Yeah, we were discussing it. I was about to be a Ciroc boy, but you have to be a certain age to do that. So hopefully, me and him are still. Hopefully, we're even closer by the time I'm that age.
And just going back, like speaking of Diddy, like are there any other artists that inspired you to get into hip hop at such an early age?
Yeah, the whole game. My mom, she made hip hop available to me, but I always like Kanye and Drake. Drizzy coming out really made me feel like, whoa. I remember I was going into middle school when Best I Ever Had came out. And so I just kind of grew up with Drake.
Mm-hmm. Where do you draw your inspirations from when writing songs or freestyling or creating music?
Yeah, for the longest, just my life, relationship, things I would have with people. But I'm getting kind of tired of talking about myself. So I'm really hoping to kind of, my next evolution be a little bit more about external things. Because so much is internal. So especially with what's going on in the world, I feel like it's a real opportunity to speak on some things. I don't know. I feel like I just need to talk about something besides me.
Yeah. I guess you reach a certain point where like you feel like you want to take that next step.
No, yeah, and that's just as I've gotten older, I feel like a total like douchebag talking about myself all the time. Like in my music, like you have such opportunity to speak for others, and you have this big platform. And the bigger my platform's gotten, I'm just like, I don't know. Like they said, Bob Dylan, he used to just open the newspaper and write songs about stories that were in the newspaper, just about other people, had nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
And it just seems like a good exercise. So
nice. I look forward to that. And what does it mean to represent hip hop in Louisville?
it's a huge deal to me. Louisville really has a lot of history, but it hasn't gotten its due on like the grand scale. I'm coming in the game talking about how much I'm from Kentucky. People say, seen somebody making fun of me saying I'm Jack, I'm from Kentucky, Harlow. Like that's all I'll be talking about. But it's probably just a complex. We take a lot of pride in where we're from in Louisville, so to be on this grand scale, it feels almost like owed to raise us up because it's more than just me, and it's more than just my story. So the more I can put the city on, it's like, come on.
And where do you hope to see the hip hop scene in Louisville in the next couple years? Especially, you're one of the artists at the forefront of that on the grand stage.
I'd like some bigger, better studios. I'd like just culturally to be recognized, as a market.
And is there anyone you haven't had a chance to work with that you'd like to work with in the near future?
Yeah, Andre 3000 is my go-to answer. I want to work with the Drizzy Mans. I want to work with Adam Levine.
And what does the future hold for Jack Harlow, especially like maybe for the rest of 2020, 2021?
I'm kind of bending to what is going on right now, so ain't no telling. But I plan on keeping it going. I'm pretty hungry. I wake up and think about this. I go to sleep thinking about this. I love music and I love chasing something, so that's what I'm on.
And is there anything else you have going on that you like to talk about or promote, just in case I missed anything?
That put me on the Scooby Doo soundtrack.
Nice.
Nah, not for real. I got some stuff coming soon, but you like to confirm everything before you speak on it. So
Definitely.
I feel like you did a good job covering things, broski.
Thank you. And what's the first thing you're looking forward to doing once everything is back to normal?
Sheesh, getting some sex in, for sure. Get some any sort of intimacy by myself.
How are things? You're in Atlanta right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. How are things out there as far as like the restrictions and? Because I'm in the middle of
yeah,
Manhattan and everything is still like shut down here.
yeah. Things ain't too restricted right now. People are at the club, so
Damn.
back to normal.
I think it's gonna be a while before things are back to normal up here.
I believe it.
Yeah. And so thank you once again for stopping by and doing this interview.
Yeah, man. I appreciate
I
you.
appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, bro. Good to talk, and I'm sure we'll speak again.
All right, man. Hope to see you in the office sometime soon.